Let's start this week off with a deeply reflective question. Do you ever feel disconnected from your life? Like you're just going through the motions, you're just doing your thing, and maybe you're following a path, but you're unsure if it's the right path for you. If that sounds familiar, you're in the right place. Let's talk about that today. We're going to explore how to create a simple personal ritual that brings more self-awareness and more self-acceptance into your everyday life, helping you reconnect with yourself and maybe even find that right path that you've been searching for. Stay with me because by the end of this episode, you'll have the tools to help you build a ritual that helps you to tune in to who you are and embrace where you are right now so that you can learn from that and begin to grow more. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe so we can hang out and have these deep, meaningful chats every single week. Let's get to it. Oh, hey, everybody, say hi to my dog. He's chilling with us today while we talk about self-awareness and self-acceptance. So let's lay the foundation for these things. Self-acceptance and self-awareness, they're not just buzzwords. They are the things that can transform your mindfulness and your personal growth experience. They help you to reach goals that you may never have even knew they were possible for you before. They open up your mind and your body and your life to new possibilities. If you've been with me for a while, you already know the definition of self-awareness, since I pretty much talk about it in every single episode. But I'm going to throw in a new aspect at you about it this week. So yes, self-awareness is about understanding your thoughts and your emotions and your behaviors without judging them, without judging yourself for doing those things. It's noticing the patterns in your life, what's working, what's not working, and aligning your choices with your values. That's what we already know. But this is the part that goes the extra step. It's also about being in tune with how much physical, mental, and metaphorical space that you take up in your life and in the lives of other people around you. I want you to reflect on this. Are you intentionally trying to draw attention to yourself and taking up more space within your environment or people's minds that you interact with? Or are you intentionally making yourself smaller? Are you shrinking down, trying to blend in and go unnoticed? This is a deep area of self-awareness that can help you to better understand your intentions and why you're doing what you're doing. I also want to note that there is no right or wrong here. There's no right or wrong answer. Maybe there is something important going on in your life right now where you do need to be big and loud and dramatic to stick up for something or someone that needs help. You're allowed to do that. Just make sure that your intentions are in the right place. And on the other hand, maybe you've been going full steam ahead for years and you're tired and you're exhausted. And now it's time that you need to step back and you take time for yourself and you just slow down, be small, and just blend in for a while. You're allowed to do that too. Rest is essential. But same thing goes for you if you're trying to be smaller. If you're trying to be small and not take up much space right now, ask yourself if that's what you really need and that your intentions are in the right place, okay? So in either scenario, just reflect on it. Are you trying to be big and loud, or are you trying to be small and blend in? And why are you doing that? And how's that benefiting you? How's that benefiting this version of you right now? Make sure those intentions are in place. So let's move on to self-acceptance now. That was all self-awareness. Self-acceptance is embracing who you are right now. So if you're being big or small, not where you think you should be, but where you actually are. It's about releasing that shame and that guilt that's keeping you stuck. It's about saying to yourself, okay, I am being loud and dramatic right now, or I am being small and invisible right now, and I accept that as part of who I am in this moment. In this version of me, that's who I am. It doesn't mean that you don't want to change and you don't want to grow some parts of you because you don't want to stay this version of yourself forever. You're supposed to want to change and grow, but it's accepting that you know that based off of the things happening in your life right now, this is who you are. It may not be going great, and you may not like this version of you, but the matter of the fact is that this is who you are in this moment, but it's not who you will be forever. Ooh, that's good. I like that. Maybe we should go write this down. Remember this when you're struggling with self-acceptance and self-love. Actually, you can even write it down in the comments of this show. Claim this as a mantra for yourself right now. This is who I am in this moment, but it's not who I will be forever. I love that mindset. Okay, so let's move on to how to build a personal ritual surrounding these concepts of self-awareness and self-acceptance. First of all, you need to understand the difference between a routine and a ritual. A routine is practical. It's about getting things done. It's about creating stability so that your mind and your body are at ease so that you can kind of do those things on autopilot that you tend to do. A routine is kind of a mental break for you. It's familiar. Your body just knows how to go through the motions without putting in much effort. But a ritual is meaningful. And a personal ritual is an intentional practice that you create to focus on something meaningful to you. And in this case, it's going to be an intention you build and surround yourself with to focus on understanding and accepting yourself. Rituals slow us down. They take us out of the autopilot routine. They help us to step away from the noise of life and reconnect with our inner selves, our inner world. At its core, a personal ritual is about mindful connection. It's designed to create space for self-reflection, for growth, and for grounding yourself. This practice doesn't need to be elaborate or time-consuming. It can be as simple as lighting a candle before you do something, before journaling, before taking a bath, before eating your dinner, I don't know. Or it could be taking 3 deep breaths before you start your day, or writing a single sentence about what you're grateful for at the end of the day. What makes it a ritual is the intention behind it. Choosing to do it not out of obligation or out of productivity, but as a way to nurture your relationship with yourself. And the beauty of a ritual is that it is personal. You get to decide what it looks like, what the purpose of it serves, and how it fits into your lifestyle. It's about creating a meaningful moment that feels right to you. And that consistency can help build a deeper connection with yourself over time. In this busy season, whether it's the holidays, a stressful time at work, or even just life being life, this ritual can be your anchor. So now let's break this down. How do you actually build a ritual for self-awareness and self-acceptance? Step number 1, choose a time and a place. First, you need to pick a time and place that feels right to you. Maybe it's in the morning to set the tone of your day, in the evening to help you reflect on how things went that day, or a quiet midday moment to help you rest and reconnect and just kind of settle down. Consistency builds comfort and intention, but it doesn't have to be rigid. Find what works for you. So step number 2 is selecting a mindful anchor. Your ritual needs an anchor, something that helps you to tune in and kind of wrap your mindset around what you're doing and how you want to respond in that moment. So here are a few ideas that you can add into your day to create your ritual, or maybe even just notice if you're already doing it but you didn't notice or realize that it was a ritual that you were already doing. This is a list of 10 things. I'm going to go through them fast, but they'll also be listed in the show notes as always. So you could write one sentence about how you're feeling in a notebook. Take 3 deep breaths before starting your day. Reflect on one thing that you are grateful for while brushing your teeth. Pause for 30 seconds of quiet before eating a meal. Stretch for 2 minutes after waking up or before bed. Repeat an affirmation while washing your hands. That's kind of a unique one. Take a 5-minute walk without your phone. I've unintentionally done this one a couple of times when I was taking out my dog recently, and it was nice. Write down one positive thing that happened during the day before you go to bed. Set an intention while sipping your morning coffee or tea. And do a quick body scan while lying in bed before sleep. So those are just some simple ideas for what you can do to begin to create a ritual around how you want to tune into yourself throughout your day. And step number 3 in building this ritual is to keep it simple and flexible. Don't overthink it. Don't make it too difficult for yourself. Like, I got to do this within my day. No, you're inviting it into your day. You want to do this. This is something that is good for you. It's not an obligation. Your ritual isn't about perfection. It's about presence, about you being here right now in this moment. Start small with just a few minutes and give yourself permission to adjust. Maybe you want to have a list of 5 of these things that you can turn to depending on your mood. Some days you might want to journal. Other days you just might need to take a deep breath in a quiet moment, and that could be all you need. And honestly, like I said, they're probably already doing a bunch of these rituals within your day. You just haven't even recognized it yet as a ritual. So again, it's about the self-awareness of noticing why you're doing something and what you're doing. And instead of ignoring a particular motion or action you do every single day, you can turn it into a meaningful ritual. So as you build your ritual, here's what you might notice. You'll uncover thoughts or emotions or patterns that you weren't fully aware of that you were doing or thinking before. And sometimes those discoveries might feel uncomfortable. There is something really big that I discovered about myself this week that I'll probably cover in a couple of episodes while I'm still processing it. But these things are going to come up. You're going to be like, wow, I can't believe I've always been doing that. Or I can't believe I was in denial about this one thing. Allow yourself to give yourself time to process that. This is where self-acceptance and self-compassion comes in. Instead of judging what you figure out about yourself or what you find, practice meeting it with compassion. If a negative thought arises, try saying to yourself, it's okay to feel that way. It's okay that I don't feel perfect in this moment, but I am still worthy. And this does not define me. If you're feeling kind of stuck or unsure of how to practice self-compassion, where to even start with this, or how to practice not judging yourself, I do have a great guided self-compassion meditation that might help you out. So make sure to go check that out in the show notes and take a few minutes to reflect and reconnect with yourself in that meditation after this video. So remember, self-acceptance isn't about staying the same. It's not just complacency. It's not saying, this is who I am. It is what it is. It's about creating a safe, supportive space to help you grow. It's saying, I can hold space for who I am now while still working toward who I want to become. Okay, so now I'm going to share a couple of my own experiences with creating rituals. And some of these I've done intentionally. Some of them have happened unintentionally. And I use them when I feel completely overwhelmed or disconnected. And I know that these can help me to slow down. The first thing is that I love to take showers in the dark with candlelight. And I do this because it reminds me of being at a spa where I am taking the time for myself to nurture my mind and my body and to really tune into how things feel and to take care of myself. And so I try to recreate that in my daily routine by taking a shower with candlelight. Now, I do have a window in my bathroom, so that's easier during the winter months than the summer months when there's less sunlight. And that maybe that's kind of sort of one of the reasons why I'm more of a winter person than a summer person. But it's something that I make work for me because it's something that I need that nurtures me and feels like a beautiful ritual that I can do for myself. Another thing that I do is I pause frequently and take breaths multiple times throughout the day, no matter what's happening. Get into my car after school drop-off, quiet pause, and deep breath before moving on with my day. Logging on or off from a stressful virtual meeting, quiet pause, and deep breath. Morning stretches or sitting down to drink my tea, you get the point. Quiet pause, deep breath. I've fallen in love with the feeling of a deep breath of cool air expanding my lungs, just stretching my chest and my abdomen to calm my nerves and center myself and to help me relax. Something I do every day, multiple times a day. And the last ritual that I'm going to mention here is my dinner habit. I always, always, always prepare or order a good meal. I put it on a plate and I eat it at the table. I will eat some of my other meals on the go or on the couch or at my desk, but not dinner. If I don't eat dinner at the table, something in my evening just feels off. You could argue that this is both a routine and a ritual. Dinner time it's a moment for me. It settles me. It nourishes me. It's a time to connect with both myself and my family. It's a non-negotiable ritual that I will never give up now that I've established it as an enjoyable part of my life. So the main point here with me mentioning these rituals is that over time, these practices became a moment of clarity and self-compassion for me. They may have started off as a mindfulness technique that I learned about and I wanted to try, but then they turned into things that I intentionally put in my day to help me move forward or to slow down or to adjust or cope with whatever was happening around me. They helped me to understand what I need and remind me that I'm allowed to take up space, big or small, whatever I need in that moment. So now it's your turn. This week, I challenge you as your mindful action to create your own ritual, or You could just also be recognizing something that you're already doing and transform it into a ritual. Start small, just 1 to 3 minutes a day, something that you enjoy doing that will help you to tune in and to become peaceful within yourself and your life in that moment. Commit to practicing it at least 3 times this week and see what comes up for you. You might be surprised by how powerful those few moments can be, and you might start to crave it more and more and wanting to create more rituals. And don't forget to write down our self-acceptance mantra that we said earlier to help us out this week. This is who I am in this moment, but it's not who I will be forever. I accept myself as I am, and I know that I owe it to myself to continue to learn and to grow. It's a beautiful mindset and a beautiful thought to help you throughout your week. Rituals like this are a form of self-care, and they deepen self-awareness and self-acceptance over time. They remind us that progress isn't about perfection. It's about showing up for yourself day by day, every single day. Thank you so much for joining me today. I would love if you could post in the comments a way that you are going to incorporate a ritual or work on creating a ritual in your life. Maybe we can inspire each other or give each other different ideas or help to support each other through this. And don't forget to subscribe for more mindful actions to help you embrace radical acceptance every single week. We're getting there. Don't forget to take care of yourself this week, especially as this holiday season starts to ramp up. You deserve to feel connected to your life no matter what life throws at you. Until next time, stay mindful, take care of yourself, and go build a beautiful and meaningful personal ritual.